The Reserve Bank this afternoon sent out an SOS on our economy. It cut interest rates for the second time in 2 months. It's almost never happened, I think. Down to a record low of just 1%. That's less than inflation. Did it to kickstart the economy. Now, Labor leader Anthony Albanese, I think, was right. This is a bit like free money now.
Well, this is a cry for help from the Reserve Bank. They've acted now on monetary policy for 2 months in a row. Quite extraordinary that we have interest rates at 1%. The inflation rate is 1.3. So basically, it not only is money free, it's better than that.
Joining me is the panel, Liberal Senator James Patterson, Labor Senator Kimberley Kitching. James, the economy is in a bit of strife if the Reserve Bank's doing this sort of stuff.
A word of advice to all of your viewers, Andrew. Do not take financial advice from Anthony Albanese. He is not qualified. Money is not free, and the Reserve Bank reducing interest rates does not make money free. Please do not walk into your local bank tomorrow and ask for free money. It will not work out well for you.
But Kimberley, the thing is, with interest rates so low, almost about inflation, there's almost no cost of borrowing, which is in fact what governments around the country are saying. This is the time to borrow.
Well, of course, at 1%, that is lower than the inflation rate. So it's actually you would be losing money by keeping money in a bank account. But I think this goes to the point the RBA has used. Well, I think yes, but the point still stands. I think, though, that the RBA is saying to us, look, we are moving, out the stimulus we are able to create in the economy, we are doing that. But I think now there's a view that really the government has to pull some of its economic levers. One of the things it could do, if we have suggested a way forward of bringing forward tranche 2 of the tax cuts, which would give more money into Australians' pockets. But the other thing that could happen is that infrastructure spending could be brought forward as well, and that would be a way to stimulate the economy. I think, though, that there is a political problem here for the government, that if they do that, they would have to, forego the surplus, we're back to black, or the mixed grammatical sentence that the Prime Minister used during the campaign, we've got a surplus next year kind of thing. But I think that really we do need to stimulate the economy, and I think Anthony is correct. It is a cry for help. The Reserve Bank of Australia is a very serious institution. The Reserve Bank of Australia is saying to the government, please, you will need to stimulate the economy and use some of the economic levers that the government has at its disposal.
Yeah, it has said that. James, can I pick up on something that Kimberley just said? It is true that if you were to bring forward some spending, you wouldn't get the budget back in the black for the first time, I think, in 12 years, as you've promised. Is pride stopping you from doing what the economy really needs?
Andrew, we won't be taking advice from Anthony Albanese or the Labor Party on economic management, and it's highly revealing that Kimberley has just described the return to surplus as a political objective rather than an economic and budgetary one.
But
this is exactly the kind of attitude from the Labor Party that got us into the mess that we're in. It's why it's taken us much longer than we would have liked to repair the damage that they did to the budget when they were last in office, and we will absolutely not be throwing away the surplus just to give the Labor Party a political win. We're able to deliver tax relief immediately for low and medium income earners, yes, which will also stimulate the economy, as well as maintain a return to surplus and provide long-term income tax reform for all taxpayers. That's the best of all worlds, Andrew. We won't be diverting from that path.